Good Friday morning. I say that in hopes that everybody has a good day. I'm looking at long term. I'm looking at our government, and I'm wondering what the heck is going on. A couple of things I want to share with you. I was watching a little bit of a talk that Senator Ted Cruz had. He was talking to somebody from the State Department. There was an email going around through the State Department about hiring practices. And they're saying certain candidates cannot be hired because they have a disability, which makes no sense. They're white men, they're straight white men, or they're not of the right religion. Let me repeat that. Certain candidates cannot be hired because they have a disability, they're white men, they're straight white men, or they're not of the right religion. That's not how our government's supposed to operate and work. That's not what we're supposed to be hearing in DC and through our own State Department. Another interesting tidbit. President Biden has approved, under the radar, so it's not on national TV or national news, so you won't hear about it there, filling in gaps in the border wall. So they're doing construction on the border wall that he said he would never have allowed, that he was going to stop, that it was horrible. But they're filling in the gaps on the border wall because there's a mass migration of immigrants getting through sections of the border wall that haven't been finished. What? You just have to wonder how we got to this point, really. Let's see, we have another one here. Great. So, we send our veterans overseas, Afghanistan, Iraq, we've sent them Vietnam, we've sent them World War II. They come home with disabilities, they come home with mental problems, they come home injured with loss of limbs, etc., etc. Senator Scott, along with other senators, blocked the PACT Act for veterans, which was an act to help in many, many more ways than we already are, because we are not doing enough for our veterans. We ask these people to go and protect our rights and our interests in other lands, and yet they come home with injuries, and we have to rely on Tunnel for Towers to do things for them. We have to rely on other private industries to do things for our veterans when we were the ones that asked them to go and do this and put themselves in harm's way, and this is how we repay them. All right. Very disturbing things. All right, now, last but not least, Biden is proposing, let me read this for you. There we go. Biden budget assumes that the BBBA increase take effect and would pile on another $2.5 trillion of tax increases. You heard me. Tax increases. 1.6 trillion from corporate and international tax changes, 780 billion in individual tax changes. That's you and me. We're the individuals. 780 billion in individual tax, 170 billion from other revenue increases. Altogether, President Biden is proposing raising revenue by more than $4 trillion. It's warm this morning, and I get to go mow, so I'm so excited. So these are the things that we're seeing in Washington, D.C. because we have allowed these politicians to run amok. Think about it, people. These people that we have put up there that we said, okay, we trust that you will make the right decisions, have over and over again brought us down this road. The Green New Deal, forcing everybody to go to electric when our electrical grid could not handle if everybody went to electric. But Buttigieg, I saw him on a news thing saying, well, by 2030, we're going to have all these new changes with our electrical grid that hopefully will catch everything up. But yet, you look at last winter, and here they had brownouts in Texas because the green energy that Texas is running on couldn't handle everybody using their electric. My name is Edward A. Gray. I'm a write-in candidate for United States Senate. I want to replace Marco Rubio, who, in my opinion, has done nothing to change this. Talk is one thing, doing something is different. Val Demings, who will be, my thought, she will be the Democrat that will be the nominee to try and run against Rubio. So you have a Republican or a Democrat, and everybody says, well, if we don't vote Republican, then the Democrats are going to win. Is that really how we look at things in this country? Is that really how we see it? If we don't vote for American first candidates who see these problems and know what needs to be done to fix these problems, then we're never going to change. Join me. Help me get the word out to Floridians. We need a major overhaul all over this country. And I will help lead the way to force this to happen. If we just put in Rubio again, then we have 2 more years of Biden continuing. If we put in Demings, then it's just going to propel and push his agenda even harder and faster. There are so many things going on in this world, and many of you know, many of you see what's going on. Help me get the word out that I will stop these changes, and I will do everything in my power to stop this push that they are trying to do to our country. Edward A. Gray, write-in candidate for United States Senate. It'll have Marco Rubio, it'll have Val Demings, and there will be a blank space underneath where you can write in Edward A. Gray, G-R-A-Y. You have to do it correctly or else they won't count it, because God knows the machines or the people or whatever the problem is going to be there, and we need to stand up to this. My email, edwardforsenate@yahoo.com. My website, my platform where I accept donations, theamericanpatriotmovement.com. All one word, theamericanpatriotmovement.com. Join me, help me. We can do this together. God bless the USA.